It's Chatty, Abby, and Jeremy, and we have the Justice League Ultimate?
Unlimited.
Justice League Unlimited, because now they open it up to all the superheroes.
Yep, so before in Justice League, it was just 7 superheroes, but now there's maybe almost 100. There's so many...
It's unlimited, so...
There's so many superheroes
Infinity.
in this Justice League that I'd say you're above average DC fan. I wouldn't say I'm like hardcore, but I'm above average DC fan, and I can't name all these heroes.
Well, they've got a cowboy one.
Vigilante.
And they've got one without a face.
The Question.
And they've got...
Shining Knight.
Yeah. So they have one guy who talks in a cowboy drawl, and they have another one that talks in like old knight language.
And you've got Hawk
and then 3 different Atom guys. It's a lot.
Atom Smasher, the Atom, and Captain Atom.
It's like all of the powers of Ant-Man spread between 3 different guys.
Well, Captain Atom is not even close to Ant-Man.
Oh.
Captain Atom can fly, and he can absorb nuclear energy, and he has super strength, and yeah. He's called Captain Atom because he's nuclear. And that's how you make an atomic bomb.
He absorbs nuclear energy?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? They did use that a few times. So, okay. I won't scoff at that. So we're jumping back in with the episode where we're dealing with Hawk Girl's re-entry into the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
She removes herself from the Justice League because she was a spy and everybody hates her. And she's like, I'm not even going to wait for you guys to vote on what to do with me. I'm just going to get out of here because...
It's easier that way.
Yeah. And then she goes and hangs out with Aquaman and Mr. Fate. Dr. Fate. For a while to kind of like heal. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Aquaman's the best person to hang out with when you're sad.
He's really annoying.
He just gets mad that you don't play chess good enough. Or you play chess too good.
Well, Aquaman was purposely trying to make her angry to get a reaction out of her, and she was just so depressed that she wouldn't react to him.
Then he got mad at her for being depressed, and that's not how you're supposed to handle depressed people. She's just lost her entire planet. She lost 2 boyfriends because she had 2. Well, a fiance and a boyfriend. And yeah, the whole thing's just a hot mess. She lost her hammer. Well, she didn't lose it. She just gave it up, I guess. Didn't want it. Yeah, the whole thing is just a hot mess. So what kind of brings her out of that is Solomon Grundy comes back. Mm-hmm. He comes back to life again. He gets reanimated.
Again.
Reanimated.
Sure.
I don't know. But this time, it was some teenage boys who didn't know what they were doing, and he gets kind of reanimated. Pretty evil.
Yeah,
or a hot mess.
They're messing with something called chaos magic. They don't really explain or delve into it, but it's pretty bad.
I guess they got a book from the library and decided to do a spell in order to, they want to do a spell to like deal with their bullies at school, and it creates a new zombie monster.
And Grundy immediately kills one of them. They kind of do it off screen, but it's very clear that he murders one of them.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Because his friends leave, and then he gets a knock at the door, and he goes to open it, and then Solomon Grundy comes through and grabs his head, and then the thing just ends.
So,
yeah, he's real dead.
They created like a much bigger bully than the ones they had at school.
Yeah.
So, yes. So she comes back because they're all like, let's kill this zombie monster. And she's like, no, he's my friend. So she comes back to kind of help deal with that because she wants to try to talk to him. And, I mean, he's got real bad magic in him this time, and he's been dead so many times. And there really wasn't much to save, but it definitely brought her out of that, which is so crazy that that's what worked, because out of all her years on Earth, that's the only friend she made.
Yeah. Well, she's friends with Wally and Alfred.
Yeah.
Green Lantern seems to care about her well-being. Batman cares about Batman also cares about her well-being.
He's the only friend she's made outside of the Justice League, who are very good people who make friends with everybody.
Well, she's not so much friends with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman still hates her.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, she's back, and she finds out that she'd never been voted off anyway. Superman was the tiebreaker or something, and Green Lantern recused himself. I don't know. None of it matters. Whatever. She's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. At least it gives her something to do. I felt for her just kind of like having nothing and being a mess in the middle of the ocean, like wasn't doing anybody any good. And she came back very humble, much sweeter, much like, I'm so grateful anybody would forgive me and even want to be around me, that they'd even want me on their team, anybody would even want to be friends with me, which makes her so much nicer to be around. Like, she's definitely, the annoying level like has come down a notch, and I really, really enjoyed her. And now that she's like a decent being, because I was gonna say human being, but she's not a human, you know, Green Lantern's dating somebody else.
Vixen.
Did you have more thoughts on the Solomon Grundy thing?
Oh, I did have more thoughts on the Solomon Grundy thing. So the reason why I really like the episode is when she's in this depression, she's kind of like, I feel like I have no purpose. I feel like everything I've ever taught is useless now. What even should I do?
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that gets her to do anything is, okay, the one thing I can think of that I care about is I at least want to protect my friend. And she goes out, you know, she tries to talk to Grundy. It's not working, and she has to kill him anyway. But she realizes, okay, at the very least...
Yeah, I forgot that moment is really big, because she had to smash him with a hammer even.
Yeah.
The creature knows only rage and seeks only oblivion.
Her one friend.
And as hard as that was, she realized the one thing I do care about is protecting the people that I love.
Mm.
And so being a part of the Justice League is a way for her to at least do that. You know, she's not, she going off and doing her own thing is not really for her, but if she can protect people, that's at least something good that she could do.
It's a purpose.
Yeah, it's a purpose.
Yeah. So that's really sweet. So then I'm not sure if this is the next one on the list, but I want to talk about it next, because this is where I met Vixen.
Well, Vixen is also in this episode.
She's in this one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is where I met her.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So she's like a model.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Lantern goes to pick her up at her show or whatnot.
Yep.
And from the first moment, I completely hated her. One, what in the world is she wearing? Ugh! How come I can't give any female a decent outfit? So Hawk Girl is now in like pedestrian clothes, and she's out of her like warrior outfit from Thanagar because she got kicked out of there, so she can't wear that anymore. And she's actually like in like this little like tank top, and she's like really cute now, and she doesn't wear this stupid bird nose thing. So she's actually like, and she's got her hair out, and she's like really pretty. And then you got Vixen, who wears like this low V-neck cut thing that, I really hate it. I just, anyway. And then she's like, the way she talks to him and everything, I was just like, oh no. I don't know. I don't like how seductively she talks to him, even. It just feels like she's constantly trying to seduce him, and it's not working. Which makes me feel like he doesn't even really like her very much, which is confirmed another episode later, where she's like, hey, you haven't taken me out in like a month. If your guy hasn't taken you out in a month, he's not interested. You should move on. That's a long time. Unless there's like a really good reason, like he's in the final month of his schooling and is super crazy busy and is like, I miss you so much. as soon as I'm done with this, we're going to go celebrate and spend time together. Like, that would be an appropriate thing. But he's just like, I'm going to work a bunch of hours so I don't have to see you. Like, that means he's not interested in you. And I think it's pretty clear from the very beginning, just by the way they do the body language, that she's way more interested in him than he is in her. And that just kind of bugs me, because it's like, why would you go out with somebody who's not interested in you? Anyway, and it's just her whole vibe. I just don't like her. Anyway. So then the next episode, Hawk Girl is going to go out on this like mission and go check out these miners in this other planet, which I don't know when the Justice League decided to start helping other planets, but they're doing that now.
They specifically sent a distress call to the Justice League.
Oh. And Hawk Girl's like, oh, I'll run over there and do that. And then Martian Manhunter, who seems to be in charge now, is like, no, you have to take newbies in order to train them, I guess. And Vixen volunteers to go, and the cowboy guy decides to go.
Vigilante.
Vigilante is so annoying. He was so annoying, and then at the very end, he like is completely redeemed, and I start really liking him.
Busted horse, Steven alien control panel, which can't nobody work proper.
Which nobody can work proper.
I was supposed to drive this thing. It's just so funny. But he's like a little bit misogynistic. He seems that way in the beginning, but by the end you're like, oh, maybe he's not. I don't know. But he kind of comes off that way in the beginning, dealing with these women. But they're not my favorite characters, so I can understand somebody not getting along with them immediately. So they get there, and it turns out it's a Thanagarian trap, because they want to get Hawk Girl specifically. How did they know Hawk Girl was going to come?
Because they said it was an issue with nth metal that only Hawk Girl really knows about.
Oh, yeah. So they had it specifically so she would come. And it's a really good thing the other two went with her, because she would have immediately been captured if it wasn't for them. And so they do this whole, the ex-girlfriend and the current girlfriend do a whole mission together. And at the beginning of the episode, Vixen is complaining to Green Lantern that they haven't had a date in a month, and trying to seduce him, and he's like, oh, I'm working, and like leaves, which is not a good sign. And then volunteers to do extra man hours when she's like, you haven't taken me on a date. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go on a mission with my ex-girlfriend, and then Manhunter's like, no. So then Vixen goes, so they're there, and they keep talking round and round about him, basically. They're kind of fighting each other and don't like each other because of him, which makes a lot of sense. The new girlfriend never likes the ex-girlfriend. I don't know. I usually haven't had a problem like that, but I've been the ex-girlfriend that the new girlfriend really hates. That's happened to me before. So anyway, then whatever happens with that doesn't really matter. And then they get back, and Vixen, okay. At the end of the episode, they've bonded because they were in peril and they like saved each other or whatever. So they've bonded, and Vixen says, I know he still has feelings for you. Don't date somebody who has feelings for someone else. If you know he's in love with someone else, move on. Why would you put yourself through that? And then she goes, well, do you like him? And, so I know he still has feelings for you. Do you still like him? And she's like, what's not to love? So, of course. So, yeah, I love your boyfriend is what she tells her.
Yeah.
And she goes, I know you're meant to be together, but I'm the type of person that if I start a movie or book, no matter how bad it is, I have to finish it. This is why I don't like Vixen. Who says that? Who does that? What? No, a relationship's not like a movie or a book. A movie or a book, you don't get to choose when it's over. It's over when the creator is done talking about it. So if you start a movie and you don't just pause and go, well, that's over. No, you have to wait till the credits roll, then it's over. In a relationship, it's over when you say it's over. So she just needs to stay with him until he's so fed up with her, he breaks up with her? Is that what she's saying?
I think so.
It's not over until he breaks up with me? Well, her goal isn't even to change his mind, to go from being in love with her to being in love with her. Ugh. Okay, I've seen this in so many different shows where a girl just gets more and more angry because she sees that her man is interested in somebody else. Like he's paying more attention to the other girl. He's always like, oh, she needs help, and like shows up to be there for her. And, you know, and the girlfriend gets more and more and more angry and starts taking it out on the other girl and gets really angry and possessive of her man. I was never like that. If I was dating a guy and he started to seem more interested in somebody else, I'm like, oh, well, we should break up. Like, but I didn't really have, I don't know, I'm different though. I didn't really have much problems with breaking up. I kind of did it all the time. Like, we're over. Like, I don't know. I was just like that. But it's like, I also didn't feel like I had all this time to run around dating people that obviously weren't going to work out. I was like, you know, as a woman, I felt like I had a limited amount of time for dating, and I wasn't going to spend time on something I knew wasn't going to work out. If it wasn't going to work out, let's both move on. Let's save our time, save our energy, save our feelings. Because like the longer you're with somebody, the more feelings you have all wrapped up, and I get attached pretty quickly. So I'm like, I don't want to get attached to something that's very obviously not going to work out, you know? I feel like you only have so much energy to put into these kind of relationships, and it takes a while to heal. So you don't have a limited amount of energy to and love and feelings to give to somebody who's not going to give that back. It's just not worth it. It's better to be by yourself. So Vixen should be by herself rather than with the Green Lantern who's in love with a different girl.
Well, seems like she just has a different philosophy in life than you, because
and she seems fine with it.
Yeah, she seems completely
So every time
fine.
she sees her guy, she just yells at him because he's not pleasing her. And so he starts avoiding her because she's nagging him. And I'm just sitting there going, this is super annoying because I really like him so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to be happy. And I'm like looking at this hot mess he's in. And why did he date Vixen in the first place? Why?
Like I said,
bad choices.
a female who he was working with. There you go. Relationship. Well, he does have more choices now. So he could have chose a little bit better.
There's such things as dating apps. You can find other people.
Well, I don't think there were dating apps back then.
Have to be. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But now that the Justice League is like 100 people, you can find some. You have more options. You have more than 2 options now. So
all those other people we mentioned though were also all male.
Well, there's more girls. There's Stargirl. Well, Stargirl's too young for him. Supergirl's too young too.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess all the other girls are too young for him. So yeah, I guess he didn't have too many options.
You could try dating Wonder Woman.
No, Wonder Woman's in love with Batman.
Mm. I want to approve of that either. You know, he could, you know, take more time off from work and go try meeting people somewhere.
Yeah.
Take a singles cruise. I don't know. Whatever people used to do back then to meet people. Because this is just unacceptable. In my opinion. Anyway. What do you think? Am I being harsh or an awful? Let us know. Thanks for watching. Bye.